Hello, this is Carl Bonner, and it's the day after Halloween, but it's still Halloween weekend, so all the spooks out there will continue for the first few days of November, which is actually the way it should be, because Halloween happens on the night before the 1st of November. Halloween means All Hallows Eve. It's the eve of All Hallows Day, which is the Day of the Dead, which is November 1st. So, the real spooky, death-oriented theme has to do more with the month of November than October. Of course, modern American consumer culture doesn't seem to understand this, nor does it understand the fact that the harvest festivals for Thanksgiving were followed in the ancient times by the festivals of death. So basically, Halloween should, from the seasonal perspective, come shortly after Thanksgiving, not almost a month before. Once again, there's a little seasonal confusion there. But, we're not the Celts, and we seem to have forgotten stuff like that. Another interesting fact is that our culture doesn't seem to agree on when autumn turns to winter. We seem to have a pretty good understanding of when it comes to summer. Well, there's a bunch of definitions there. It's either Memorial Day to Labor Day, or it's the official definition, June 21st to September 21st, or the months June, July, and August. When it comes to winter, though, our culture seems to be less in agreement. For example, holiday decorations are almost always up in full blast by early to mid-November, which would make you seem to think that it's already winter. The winter clothes and stuff are being sold in mass sometimes late October, but definitely by November, and a lot of other things. So November has a lot of wintry themes to it nowadays, at least. And interestingly of all, Thanksgiving, which comes at the end of November, still has a strongly autumnal element to the tradition, even though the culture of commercial culture is definitely in a more wintry mode by then. But then winter goes on. The winter decorations are usually used for early winter, or officially late fall and very early winter, meaning the month of December. And then after New Year's, even though it's still going to be winter for a while, we tend to stop with all the decorations that are winter themed and kind of go into a blank spot until sometime in March when the spring stuff goes up. And that's an interesting fact because the transition from winter to spring seems to be one of the few cases where culture actually follows the astronomical definition rather than March 1st, we go to March 21st. I could get into more about our dominant cultural perspective on the seasons because it's interesting, but I wanted to focus on Halloween for now because it is about the time when you start to get a little hint of winter in the air. The days are getting really short. Daylight savings time is ending. In the Pacific Northwest, the rain is starting to come back. And it's also a time when the temperatures, even though you still definitely looks like fall outside, the temperatures are starting to show a little bit of a winter feeling. You can get those chilly, damp nights that you don't get in the middle of summer, and definitely not in September, but you do get by end of October, beginning of November. So it definitely is the start of more winter than summer, but not really out of fall yet. So that's that. I'm going to the Witch's Ball tonight, November 1st, 2008. Happy Halloween, or Samhain if you prefer to call it that. Good night.